Hello and welcome to London Explained, a channel where we focus on bringing you quality content on many of the unanswered questions you may have about this wonderful city. Now, the first topic we'll cover on this channel is why is Westminster called the City of Westminster as opposed to the London Borough of Westminster, as many other London boroughs take their name in that sense. Now, London's history is extensive, stretching back 2,000 years to when the Romans came and formed Londinium in 43 AD. As the population of Londinium expanded in these early days, a separate city on the west side of Londinium was being constructed, and its name was Westminster. In the 11th century AD, Westminster Abbey was constructed in the area settled on, which made Westminster a city in its own right. As the Middle Ages progressed, the city of Westminster absorbed much of the land west of the city of London, and many well-known places such as Marylebone and Mayfair were formed. However, these areas didn't see development until after the city was established, and many notable families such as the Grosvenors made an absolute fortune on property development. Throughout London's expansion before the Industrial Revolution up until the modern day, the wards within Westminster have changed a number of times, most recently in 1965, when Greater London as we know today was formed. Even with the borough's name being the City of Westminster, it doesn't get its own special entity as the City of London does, which has its own police force and its own governing body. With the location of the borough being very central in the city, it's very easy to get around on the London Transport network. There are 27 London Underground stations within the borough of Westminster and countless bus routes. Westminster is a fairly unique borough as it's got many of the London landmarks and gets the most tourist footfall across the whole city. Places of interest in the central London borough would include the West End for shopping and theatreland, as well as Big Ben, the London Eye, and many London parks that surround the area. The residential population of Westminster is roughly 250,000, however that figure rises sharply throughout the day as people head to work and tourists venture out in the city. One of the most notable aspects about Westminster are the classic white, black and red road signs which you'll notice on every single street corner you go past. These have been ever present in the city since 1967 and have been a cultural icon for tourists and locals alike. And that concludes the first episode on London Explained, why Westminster is called the City of Westminster, as well as a few other facts along the way. If you liked the video, feel free to like, share and subscribe, and I'll catch you again in a later video. Take care.